Hey everyone, Wanderbots here, and welcome back to Dust: An Elysian Tale. So, I was gonna go off and do some grinding stuff, but it turns out I can't because...
Insta cutscene!
General Gaius, you asked for me?
Your report, Commander. What news do you bring?
Our scouts believe he is alive, General, but his actions are curious.
Curious? How so?
He ventured into the Siramon caverns and saved a village of natives. As I understand it, his actions got the water flowing again. If what you tell me is true, Cassius would never...
No. Cassius would never. Keep me informed of the situation, Commander. That is all. When did you grow a heart, my friend? Most unlike you.
There we go. We actually have a lot of new places to go to.
I didn't realize there was an ominous volcano in the distance.
Yep, that's probably where the lizard people are from, considering that one guy shot fire. I actually have no idea what half of these are for. The one with the flag is where we're supposed to go to next.
Is that... what was her name? Just sleeping on something over there?
Yeah, that's Fidget.
Fidget, right.
Just absolutely passed out on a thing.
Like a log or something? I had never noticed that she was in the rear of the map.
So I want to check out these places, but I might do that off camera just so we're not wasting time doing silly side quests that nobody cares about.
Aren't we going to the mansion?
Yes. So we're doing that next. But I will figure out what these are, and if they're actually important stuff, we'll come back and film them, and if they're not, well... we won't film them. Anyway, let's go for that mansion. I like this graphic.
Mm-hmm.
Love. Huh. Alright.
Ooh.
Oh, right. So, it's been a very long time, actually, since we've played this.
Hey, what are you doing out here?
Well, I don't believe it! Dust? Dust, is that you, mate?
Augustin? What are you doing all the way out here?
Why, I'm heeding the call of grand adventure! Venturing forth to seek my fortune in the wilds of this great, untamed wilderness. Actually, Cora asked me to show her the way to some old meadow.
The Sorrowing Meadow.
Right, that's it! Never was straight with names and faces and words.
Did she say why she wanted to come here? This place is pretty... bleak.
Nope, just asked me to show her the way. Soon as she wandered into the meadow, this crazy magic barrier showed up. Right inconvenience, that is.
Looks like we're not getting up these mountains, then. You say Cora just wandered off into the meadow?
She may not look it, but she's a speedy little bugger.
Right. Well, we'd better go look for her. This meadow isn't safe. Augustin, if you're not going to go back to Aurora, you'd better wait here.
Way ahead of you, mate. I wait around better than anyone. Good luck out there.
He's like the most useless side character we've run into. It's like, I'm this guy that always shows up right before hideously dangerous situations and then comments on it.
Yeah, now, who was Cora again?
I think she was the girl.
No, that was Ginger, right?
Oh. I have no idea then.
Yeah, because...
Whee!
Was Cora a little girl or something different? I don't know.
I don't remember.
Because I remember that Ginger was the redhead's name that had at one point been a sympathizer. She still is a sympathizer of the Full-Bloods. Ah! Music!
Hey, new monsters! I don't care if they're undead, they're new monsters to fight. And they're weird and multicolored. And creepy looking.
Well, they actually do look more like more furries that have lost all their fur and
furries
are decaying.
Yeah. Well, that's good that even the undead are technically furries.
See how they have tails and whatnot? A lot of them are missing their heads, though. And if you notice, that one's missing everything above the rib cage.
Yeah. No, it's neat. I like it. It's a nice touch. That guy just randomly died. Or he, like, launched himself at me. Anyway, so we got a new magic ability. this time it's lightning, which is what I've been using here. And it more or less just electrozaps everything and anything involved. Not sure if I like it better than any of the previous ones, but I guess it's more accurate than the...
Ooh, that thing is...
It looks like it explodes.
Yep.
It goes kabloo. Yeah, so... I will probably switch back to this one.
This graveyard looks very European to me.
Well, let's be honest, this game does not have a whole lot of...
Continuity?
Yeah, hold on. I wanna... How did I open the map again? There we go.
Yes.
Legend. Treasure. We have not found any of the treasure in this level, which is disconcerting. It's probably back in...
Are you sure it's
here?
not near the tower?
That's probably...
Can you go in?
The answer is no.
Huh.
Oh well. That's the sort of thing I will be looking for off camera. It's just one of those when you walk through an area and didn't find a single place that, like, would deviate. Oh, maybe it was back in that previous area with Evgustin and the barrier? I don't know. Whatever.
You couldn't go through the barrier.
Yep.
So.
Unless it's important, I won't film it.
Ooh, grubbies.
Unless people really want me to go treasure hunting on camera. Maybe I'll just make a special super long episode where I cut to all the treasures that we missed.
Mm-hmm. As long as you don't encounter a cutscene or a plotline in the game that prevents you from ever going back.
Well, the thing is, like, I would be filming it and doing probably solo live commentary, because I don't think you'd be particularly interested in, you know, me just treasure hunting across the board. Unless you're sitting next to me painting, but still. And then if it was a cutscene, we could do post-commentary or whatever. I don't know. The logistics of Let's Playing is a lot more complicated than it looks like.
Probably should destroy the hive.
I wasn't paying that much attention, but yes, that is probably the way to do it. Alright. Oh, those are coinage. Coinage, coinage. Wall chicken. Yep. So, I messed with a new option. We got a lot of keys. Awesome. Ah. Yeah. I was messing with the options, and we now have auto eat food on, which will make it so you will...
You'll always eat food when you get below a certain amount of health?
Yeah, if it's necessary. And I'm not quite sure if that's a good thing yet or not, but I figure it's something I can experiment with, and it means I don't have to pay as much attention to my health. Because this is one of those games where you don't automatically regen health unless you are... Well, you never do. You have to eat food to recover. Which is okay, but it's the kind of thing where it's like, you know what, just give me full health after I leave combat or something like that. Just because, I don't know, laziness, speed. If you can hear a weird noise in the background, that is waste disposal from the people downstairs, because... Yeah. What? Okay.
Uh-huh.
Looks like there are a number of keys up there.
Crazy kangaroo scythe monster.
What is that thing? It's hideous!
We've come this far together and you're surprised?
But it has evil knife hands! Evil knife hands! Be careful, Dust!
I like it how it was just like wiggling on the ground. Oh, it does my like weird swirly stuff. Well, let's just shoot magic at it. Oh. Aha! Gotcha, beastie! That was possibly a little bit anticlimactic, but I guess that's what I get for playing on an easier difficulty. I guess this is only normal. But honestly, when it comes down to it, I think... Well, we've gotten some flack at this point from Birdcatcher specifically for playing games on easier difficulties.
It depends on what your priorities are.
Yeah.
If you play for the plot, then you don't want to have to ever undergo a situation where you...
I hate having to redo levels.
Die.
That's like the worst. That's the worst thing to me, because not only are save points in certain games just absolutely in really ridiculous locations, but you also get points where it's just like you have to redo practically an entire mission because, well, you screwed up bad. I just don't like that kind of gameplay. Like, if I want a challenge, I will play Dark Souls because that's what I'm meant to do. Like, it's supposed to be challenging. Hey. I don't know why there are bugsies in this chest, but... they're kind of separated into little chunks.
Ooh.
Yeah, lots of keys, because... that's what's in here. Yeah. Fancy pants keys. I don't know why there's a slide out section over there, but...
I think that was the one that was on the upper tier that you didn't go to.
That I didn't feel...
Ooh, a green miasma up here.
Oh, I think it's just...
Just a, like, tonal change?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of odd artistic direction, but... Man, I can't believe that one guy made all of this. Like, I can. It just boggles the mind more than a little bit. I like the helicopter blade attack, too. That bit is also pretty darn nifty. Ah.
Level up!
But one of the other games that we've been Let's Playing has been Red Faction Armageddon. And Birdcatcher, who I've mentioned at least a couple of times during this series, is playing this game, and I've noticed him playing this on hard. Or very hard. I don't know, it was a much higher difficulty than I'd be willing to play. And it was one of those where, within, like, the first episode or two, he got smoked by an enemy, and it's just one of those where it's like, you know what? You know, hey, cool, we can get through.
You have a bluestone?
Yep. It's like, definitely not for everyone, and I much prefer to just chug through this game, really appreciate the gameplay and the plot, and go from there. But, I don't know. I don't feel like I should have to defend myself in this part. Ah. Explosive. So, I found out that if an enemy explodes on you and you're on fire, you don't actually die of the fire. I think you also don't die of the poison.
So, you're not checking to see where those little fruits need to go?
No, I figured I'd clear out all the enemies beforehand, because you know what? It'd kind of suck to have to go back and get the fruits, because they exploded an enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, hold on. There we go. Figured I'd bait the explodey thing to take out the monsters, yep. That's why I didn't... Part of the reason why I didn't want to bring the fruits with, because I know they would blow up on all these little dudes. Actually, come to think of it, we haven't run across a single spot that would require the bomb fruit. So I'm actually going to go back, grab them now, just in case we need them in the next screen, which would be ridiculous, because this game really doesn't require that much forethought. But, whatever. Yeah.
They don't seem to have a time. Oh, there's the timer.
They do, yeah. Blow up the save shrine. Watch it just be recorded right down here. Nope, that's just the shop.
I've noticed the waters in the valley have resumed flowing. It would be ignorant of me to believe you didn't have a part in that.
What makes you say that?
The waters did not resume flowing of their own accord. Of that, I am certain.
Yes, well, we did what needed to be done.
As must we all, my friend. What did you find down there? If you don't mind my asking.
A powerful creature who was misled by her own rage. Fortunately, we were able to knock some sense into her.
And for that, this world is grateful. Take care, my friend.
I like him. He's weird and funky.
It'll be interesting to see who he actually is.
Just never explained. Haha! I'm just gonna buy a butt ton of pretzels. They're good healing.
What did he say?
Your transaction is most appreciated.
That again?
Yeah, it was just one of his generic canned responses as opposed to an actually interesting thing for him to say.
Oh, it's you again. We met outside Aurora, remember? Old Cora, they called me.
I think it was crazy old Cora, actually.
Yes, I remember you now. What are you doing all the way out here? These meadows are dangerous.
Bah! I've known these meadows since I was young. There's not a creature here that could harm me.
I'm sensing some delusions of grandeur here.
There is something odd about this part of the meadow. Almost as if the creatures are avoiding it.
If that's the case, then you should be safe if you stay here, Cora.
Well, that's impossible, my dear. I'm not here to sightsee. I have a task to complete, and I will not be leaving until it is done.
Crazy!
You really shouldn't be wandering around here. What is it you need to do? Maybe I can help.
Oh, I couldn't dare impose. It's a dangerous path, and you've done so much for Aurora. I'd hate to ask more of you.
No, it's all right. We're searching for the lord of this estate. I've been told he can help me. Perhaps while we're searching for him, we can find whatever it is you're looking for?
Really, then? Well, then our goals are aligned, my dear boy. If you do truly wish to speak with the owner of this estate, then you will need to help me.
What is it you need?
There are 4 mansions in these meadows. Within each mansion is an item of great personal importance to me and well, the master of the estate. Take this green resonance gem, my dear. You can use it to travel around these meadows much quicker than I ever could.
Just, I'm still not too comfortable leaving an old lady here in the middle of nowhere.
Neither am I, Fidget, but she seems to know what she's doing.
Yeah, but do you?
Is that it, Cora? 4 items, 4 mansions? Honestly, sounds pretty simple if you ask me.
For all our sakes, my boy, I hope you're right.
What's that mean? Why'd you have to say it like that?
So, what can be deduced from that conversation is that...
She's an evil necromancer!
Well, she says that she's familiar with the area since she was young. She almost referred to the master of the mansion as my something. So, could it be her father? Could it be
her husband, her son?
Husband. I mean, I think it'd be more in the lines of husband or father. And they're like dead and just like all the other corpses walking around, except they have some semblance of
aha, yeah,
self or something.
I don't know. It's an interesting question to ask.
I mean, otherwise, was the guy just supposed to know who you were? Wow, chicken.
Yeah, they didn't really explain who the master of the mansion was. It was just like, there's the master of the mansion, go find him. Okay. Oh, I don't know why, but I always just like second guess what it's going to be before it actually goes. I always screw it up. But you don't lose a key for whenever you try, so whatever. Also noticed we forgot to set a timer again, so I'm betting we're actually nearing the end of this episode for today. So, before we go off and do any kind of tomb raiding, because yep, before we go into any major tomb raiding, we'll see you guys on the next episode of Dust and Elysian Tale. And don't let the zombies bite. The bed zombies bite. They're a specific breed. They're kind of freaky. I don't know why anybody would have a bed zombie problem as opposed to a normal zombie problem, but you know what? If I had zombies in my bed, I'd be super freaked out.
Wait, what?
Because it'd be all your fault.
What?
It'd be your fault for bringing the bed zombies.
Why?
See you guys in the next episode.